District 28 6A now as we continue going through the San Antonio districts in the 6A classification. This is the Northside ISD, O'Connor, Brandeis, O'Connor. How do they stack up this year?
I tell you what, the last couple of years, O'Connor's won. They've been perfect in district play, and so they've won at least 18 consecutive games right there as far as district games. And I don't know how many they won the previous year. Forgive me for not having that number, but we know they've won at least 18.
It's a lot.
They win a lot. They're good. David Molesky is starting his 10th season there as head coach. He's very fundamental. His players are very intense. He's a Judson graduate, played on their first state championship team in '83. But then you have Brandeis with David Branscombe, who's a heck of a coach. And last year they went 11-3, made it to the state quarterfinals. This is where the other Austin school comes in. They lost to Austin Westlake in the state quarterfinals, and that knocked them off. But like I told him, just saw him this morning, and I said, anytime you go 4 rounds into the playoffs, which is the state quarterfinals, that's a good season. But they're not going to be happy with that. But that's really, Cameron, when you get right down to it, that's our Big Ten. There are 10 schools. Count them, 10 schools, and you only play one. Obviously, you only play one non-district game, and then you jump right into it. And boy, it's a tough district. And the offensive player of the year is Jordan Battles, who keep your eye on. Next year, we'll be talking a lot more about this young man. He's a junior, and he started last year. He's just a tremendous athlete. He's a classic this kind of offense that they run where they spread people out and they the dual threat quarterback, the zone read. He can do it all. He could throw. He's tough. He's already getting a lot of looks from recruiters. And then the defensive player of the year is none other than Frank Wilson IV. And if Frank Wilson, that name, yes, he's the son of the UTSA football coach. He's a heck of a player. He transferred there last year. Started out at Central Catholic, and then he transferred. And he's a very, very good defensive player. So those two teams are good, but by no means, talk about the rest of the teams.
Yeah, really quick though, before we get to that, Frank Wilson, I believe, committed to UTSA. Yes, no surprise.
Yeah, no surprise there. Yeah.
And Jordan Battles, the numbers he put up last year, breaking all kinds of records for Brandeis as a sophomore quarterback.
Yes.
The amount of time he still has. Hope you're not tired of hearing his name, because you're going to hear it a lot more. But yeah, there's plenty of offensive talent in this district.
And the O'Connor's got a player, Parr, his first name.
Logan Parr.
Logan Parr, who's committed. Who's committed to UT.
Yeah.
So they're a little quick aside here. We've got talented players down here that are FBS quality players. We just don't have obviously as many as Houston and the Metroplex, because they have more people.
A lot more.
Their talent pool is a lot deeper, but we've got relatively speaking, we've got a lot of good players here.
Yeah, the rest of this district, last year O'Connor ran the table. Warren, Brennan, and Brandeis all made the playoffs at 7-2 in district.
Yeah.
It feels like this is a district where there might be a little bit of a gap between those playoff teams, those 4 playoff teams, and then teams 5 through 10. Some of these teams have had some struggles in terms of building a consistent program year after year. Holmes, Marshall, Taft,
Clark.
A little bit of a downswing right now, but it only takes 1 year. It only takes one
Takes 1 year, and I have to say something about Brennan. Their coach Steve Bazier does a heck of a job there, and they've been to the state finals. Like I said earlier, albeit in the second largest classification, I believe it was in 2013. They lost to the state finals, but they're good. They've got a tradition there, and then Warren is good. Warren, their coach Jeff Robbins does a heck of a job, and. The reason we bring up coaching, maybe we could say that, is that kind of, on the high school level, coaching means a lot. The players win the game, but at this level, coaching is very, very important, because obviously it's the kind of the foundation at the start of it and all. But no, you're right. You bring up a good point about the bottom half. And I might mention too, Cameron, that Stevens is opening a new era, so to speak, or a new Anthony Boykin is the coach there. He came over from Marshall. And then Clark is starting also with a new coach, J.L. Geist, I believe, who came from Stafford Dulles, who I believe is the alma mater of Jack Acosta, who played football there, played defensive end. Our news
Shout out to our news director.
Our news director, I believe, played for the Stafford Dulles Vikings. I knew a guy when I played ball for a year at Texas Lutheran that was from Dulles, and that's why I remember he was proud of the mighty Vikings. So there you go.